What's up guys, this is Rixxalight signing in and welcome back to Oh No, They Died. This is my own personal kill count series around video games, despite what the titles of the video says. Today we are looking at Riku's story in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. In the last video we did, which was back in January, we counted all the kills Sora dished out in the same game. We skipped out a lot of Sora's though, because we were basically like a retelling of Kingdom Hearts 1. But seeing as we're playing as Riku's journey and what he experienced in those past worlds, there's a lot more to count in Riku's side of the story. So whatever Heartless we are forced to fight, we will add them to the list. Rules have changed a little bit during or for this video. Because in the last one, what I didn't realise when doing Sora's was when you go into a room, like, you can use cards, and I just farmed because I didn't need to worry about it. I had more worry with Riku, because I'm like, oh shit, Riku may have, like saying, guaranteed fights and stuff like that. Like, in a lot of Kingdom Hearts, you can run through an entire room and not attack anybody. In Kingdom Hearts 2 is different, because I can fight like normal, because I know where the guaranteed fights are. But, what I mean is, say, for example, I get given the world card and I open the first door. I need to fight in that first room to open the next door. So a lot of that was going off. So when I had to get through a door, I had to fight Heartless. Now, normally, say, for example, I think the first door is like a level 1 card, or a 1 rank, like a number 1 card, which you fight, you get a card, simple as, right? You can do that for all the said rooms, but after a while, when you get to room, say, like example, you need to open a door 6, you actually get forced to stay in a room until you can actually open that door. So a lot more Heartless will be fighting along the way. So the rules have changed a little bit on that one. However, like again, if anyone who Riku fights but dies in Sora's campaign, we're not counting them. Any bosses that Sora fought in Kingdom Hearts 1, we are not counting, because they would already been killed and already counted as. Even though there could be multiple Heartless of the same thing, I'm still not counting it. So, without further ado, let's get this video started. I'm going to try and do my best as well to do this better, I guess, because last year, or last 2 times, were very terrible, and I feel like I've got more ideas to work with it. It's just going to take a long time to get there. But we will get there, eventually. Anyway, when we last saw Riku, he was travelling the Dark Realm with King Mickey. But somehow he has found himself inside Castle Oblivion, still lingering onto the darkness that once took control of him. Riku needs to make it to the top floor of the castle to regain his self-control. This game works a little bit differently when it comes to counting kills, like I've already mentioned. Sorry, I've written all this, like, all out beforehand and all that crap. So I've explained, I didn't thought to put this in the script. I write down the script when I'm doing the videos, but so on and so forth. Anyway, I don't know, so how we're going to do this then? A lot of plot points will be missed out, but we'll be like noticing the key moments or the key plot points of the thing. If I remember anything that is important or deemed important, I will add it, because I finished the game like about a month ago now. I'm just waiting to do the next one after this video comes out, which obviously is today. Anyway, the first world we visit in Hollow Bastion, in Castle Oblivion, is Hollow Bastion. Like I mentioned, I have to fight monsters to get through the doors. So what I'm going to do here is probably show a clip of fighting Heartless. Not all the Heartless in the world, just like a clip. Because obviously we're going to have still images, but I want a clip playing in the background while I'm talking about Hollow Bastion, of fighting around in Hollow Bastion as Riku. I didn't get that screenshots myself, but it's not hard to find them on YouTube or on Google, so it's really not easy to do. Anyway, there are 6 rooms that we visited in this world, and thus is as follows. Well, I don't even need to break it down. Probably should have added this up, and I didn't, which fucking sucks, because I'm a dickhead. Anyway, so, in the first room we kill 5 Heartless. In the second room we kill 8, bringing us a grand total of 13. We kill 8 more in the third room, bringing it up into a total of 21. And then 5 more after that in the fourth room, giving us a grand total of 26. In the fifth room, this is the room I was talking about, we had to fight more Heartless to get through the door. I came up with 18 fucking Heartless. Did I just say 21? I said 26. Okay, 26 plus 18. We're doing math. I've got no calculator. 26, 36. Take the 4 away from the 8. that is 40, 44. Okay, we've got 44 after room 5. After room 6, 8 more kills were found, or 8 more Heartless was found in this video. 45, take 2 away from 45 is 43, add the 10, 53. Alright, so we're on. I'm going to make a mental note of that and put 53. Okie dokie. During this world, we do end up fighting Maleficent's dragon, but seeing as Sora is the one who killed her in the original game, we're not going to be adding it to the list. So, like I already mentioned beforehand, blah 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 blah. After we actually beat this floor, we move on to the next world. Of course, no, I'm lying to you. I'm like looking at a script and not looking at a script at the same time, like skim throughing it. Anyway, I need to keep an eye on that. Oops, I'll keep it on that. Cool. Anyway, after we've done with Hollow Bastion's little segment, we run into Ansem. You know, the guy we killed in the first game. I'm not going to talk about why he is still alive right now. However, I'll mention that later. But if I remember, what? Hang on, right. I'll read out what I put here. Okay, you know that guy we killed in the first game. I'm not going to talk about why he is still alive right now. I'll mention that later if I remember. Okay. But Ansem brought him here so that should give you plenty of hints to why he's still alive. So as you saw in Sora's campaign, he was looking for Riku, and then something brought him inside Castle Oblivion. I don't want to spoil the story of Kingdom Hearts because it's very complicated. I understand what's going off in here. It's all a big plan. Don't worry about it. But Riku ends up here because of Ansem. That's a key element. Anyway, all that fiasco is done with. Let's move on to the second floor to visit Traverse Town. I actually might break this up, to be fair. It might be easier for me to deal it down with it. So, that being said, the second floor we visit is Traverse Town, where we rack up a few more kills. Currently we're on 53 kills. So in the first room we kill no one because we're actually some new codes or new cards from that big room in Hollow Bastion. The second room we kill 6 more Heartless, making us a grand total of 59. We kill 8 more Heartless in the next room, giving us a grand total of, I want to say, I don't know. I don't remember. I forgot what number I'm on. I've got numbers written down now for some reason. Anyway, first room, none. The second room we killed 6. The third room we killed 8. The fourth room, the final room we visited, that I didn't see no more Heartless in, we killed 7 more Heartless. A grand total of 73 so far. You with me? Cool. So at the end of this battle, we fight guard armor as Riku, and I'm very unsure whether to add it or not, seeing as Sora killed one in the first game, but killed a reverse armor of the same kind too. My mind was torn, but seeing as Heartless can arrive in multiples, like I've mentioned earlier, I decided to add it to the list, considering there could be more than multiples, and I believe Riku could have fought one as well. So, we're adding a guard armor to the list, making us a grand total of 74. The third world we visit, as I'm trying to do this as canon as possible, we end up in Monstro. Monstro is a big key element of what happened in the main story of Kingdom Hearts, so you can expect a lot of shit is going to go down here. Don't forget we're on 74 from Traverse Town. Anyway, we end up in Monstro, and here's the rooms we deal with. In the first room, we kill 8 Heartless. This is why I stopped counting after a while, even though we're on fucking 82 right about now. That's beside the point. This is why. The second room, we killed 27 Heartless. In the third room, we killed 40 Heartless. The fourth and fifth room, we killed nothing. So far, we're on a grand total of 148. I'm going to stop saying that because I don't want to spoil the count at the end, because, you know, although I will be breaking it down, not going to be broken down much. The boss of this level is one we've actually fought before, and if I remember correctly, back in Kingdom Hearts 1, we dealt with this belly beast alongside Riku. So this time, I won't be counting it. So we can just move on. Pretty simple as that. I feel like I'll make my own judgments on this, because like I said, the guard armor was added because Riku could have fought his own. But that weird belly beast that we fought in Monstro definitely was teamed up with Riku and Sora to deal with it on his own. And I know Riku was there for the fight as well. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we are skipping some details of the game, so mini context is missing. You'll have to play the game yourself to know what's going on. That being said, let's move on to the next floor. That floor being Agrabah. I fucking hate Agrabah. But he has said this though for Agrippa. I didn't kill any Heartless in this video. Considering if I'm going through this video of killing mainly Heartless, and I went through the previous levels of having to actually kill Heartless to go through doors, I've had many decode doors to get through, so I didn't need to use any. So in the 3 rooms we visited, I killed no Heartless. So the level was lackluster, as we know from Kingdom Hearts 1, though Sora did end up putting Jafar and sealing him away. So some memories of Riku are a little wrong, because he didn't fight Jafar. However, we didn't have anyone else to add to that story. That reason is because we picked up some extra room cards in the last floor, so we can simply just move on after nothing happening. Okay. Nothing happens after completing this floor, and the next world we go to is Neverland. And in Neverland, we know this is the world of the Lost Boys. In the first room, we killed no Heartless. In the second room, we killed only 4. In the third room, we killed 11. In the fourth room, we killed a whopping 41 Heartless. This is getting a little bit out of hand already. In the 5th room, we killed none. In the 6th room, we killed none. So, you know this kill count's getting pretty fucking racked up. Again, after the end of Neverland, we go toe-to-toe with Captain Hook again. Someone who actually doesn't die in KH1. So yet again, that's one less person or something like that getting... Again, after this, I'm just reading what I've been put down before. I hate past me because I'm so illiterate sometimes. Again, after the end of Neverland, we go toe-to-toe with Captain Hook. Again, someone who actually doesn't die in KH1. So, also, yet again, that's one less person, or something like that, that's not getting added to the kill count. But we are not done yet. We still need to get to the exit level, which gave us more of these statistics. We went back to the 4th room to go more progression, because I had to go back one way and then come back another way, adding 11 more kills to the room. In the rooms 5 and 6 we got no more kills, and also in 7 no more kills. Another set of rooms have been dealt, and Riku comes face to face with himself. This just explaining that this other Riku is the same we fought with Sora. We already added him to the story count, so like always, we won't be adding them to Riku. There's no need to count someone twice. This combo between the 2 Rikus is more about Riku not wanting the power of the darkness, while the fake is trying to entice us with using it to get us stronger. After this floor, we was given a selection of more than one world to visit, so, well, we're doing some quick fire rounds. I do apologise for how this video is turning out, by the way, because I'm like, since the last one and during this one, I've been like recording it every now and again, well, planning out every now and again. It does kind of take a toll. Not take a toll, but like, I'm writing down scripts every time I play the game and then leave it for a week and then come back to it and leave it for a week. I don't play it all in one sitting. It's a long game. Like, most of these Kingdom Hearts games like take 30 hours to finish. And if I'm having to like pause and then count all the Heartless in a room where I'm forced to fight, it's gonna be a while. So the next one's gonna be a lot simpler because I've got an idea for it. Like I said in the first game, the simplest form possible, so bear in mind for that. Either way, we're trying to get through this as best we can. I do apologise for how these are worded. I'll probably go into more detail as well, so let's go into more details about these 2 Rikus. So, as I said, one of us is trying to entice us with the darkness, while the Riku we play as is trying to pull away from the darkness, but as we've seen in Sora's campaign, Vexen made a replica or a puppet to actually try and capture Riku's essence to use as a darkness. I'm not explaining why he's done this because that is a big plot point a story plot that needs to be explained in the 3rd game, because it just happens and no one explains why he's doing it, but it makes more sense in Kingdom Hearts 3 when we get to that. So here's the deal. We have Riku, our Riku we're playing as trying to expel the darkness, and then we've got this replica Riku who's trying to get the darkness from Riku, because they're using the same memories, even though the memories are fake in the replica, because that's how magic works, so that's what Nominate can do. And these 2 do bow it out to see who can be the proper Riku for what they need. As I mentioned earlier, Ansem is in this game, which is basically the darkness inside Riku at this point. And because he's inside Riku, Riku's trying to fight him off, and the other one doesn't have this Ansem, so he's like got more control over it. It's very bizarre, but that's the gist of the story so far. Okay, I've not skipped out. All the other points are not like main points, apart from Riku got here with Ansem. He's trying to fight off the darkness. This Riku replica is trying to like, no, you need that darkness to fight me, bitch. And that's basically it. Well, on to the next floor we go then, where we are going to get through the world of Alice. So let's go and look at what we did. Basically, this is Alice in Wonderland. Is it called Wonderland the World? I don't fucking know. The first room, we killed a tiny little good amount of 3 Heartless. Second room, we got nothing. Third room, we got 7. Pretty decent number. The fourth room, we got 11. Most of these that we run into at this point are not trying to get key cards or key codes or whatever they're called, the map cards to get through to the next room. These are mostly when I'm trying to run across the room to like avoid fighting. They either run into me or they spawn in front of me, or the flying bitches like to grab me when I'm climbing ladders. That's where most of these kills come from. But after this world, literally nothing happens. We just do Alice, we get the kills in the room, we move on. Simple as. On to the next world then, and in Olympus we take out no Heartless, which is most likely to be the first and only time that actually happens. Which is very, very strange. But after these 2 worlds, a little information is given to us about who Nominee is. I may have already spoiled this, but before, when she's talking to Rixxalight, it's revealed that Nominee is the shadow to Kairi. This is a lie. This is not the shadow to Kairi. I've read this fucking wrong. So it says the shadow to Kairi, but in other words, Nominee is revealed to be the nobody of Kairi. So why the fuck did I put that? This is what I mean by me writing it back then, because I've literally put, I may have already spoiled this before, but when Nominee is talking to Rixxalight in this scene after doing these 2 worlds, it was like, you can do these in orders when you do 2 worlds in the second section of in the second act, basically. Rixxalight talks about Kairi and Nominee and stuff like that, and Nominee is then revealed to be the nobody of Kairi. I don't know when Kairi became a Heartless. I think this is when it was on the vessel in Kingdom Hearts 1, where she's just like lifeless. She's like lost her heart, or when she became a princess, and then a Heartless was formed, which didn't have any Heartless. So because there's like pure light and stuff like that, and nobody was formed. Either way, in other words, Nominee is revealed to be the nobody of Kairi, and that'll explain. So I just said, if you want to know more about that, go watch the Kingdom Hearts 1 kill count. I would rather prefer you play the game, because I am very bad at explaining things. I think this is the best I've done explaining. Like I said, 6 months apart. Brain window, gone. But still, that is the best I could describe about that entire situation. Anyway, next world onto, and this is where we move as Atlantica. Riku, we didn't ever actually saw Riku in this world, so I don't know how it explains in that one, because it doesn't use like the swimming mechanic in this game, so missed out a trick on there. But anyway, we didn't actually kill any Heartless until we got to room 5, where we killed 10, and then we killed 8 more in room 6. That is basically all we did. Nothing else. There's no story that I explained on this bit. There is nothing. So we're just going to go on to the next story element. I am breaking this up bit by bit. But anyway, favourite world is next. And the most annoying world, because every time you play this world, YouTube likes to say, no, 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 I know you not like these. And that world was Halloween Town. And, sadly, there is 9 rooms I visited in this world. 9 I visited in this world. And I only killed 5 Heartless. That's how much I had in many keys. Anyway. We nearly did get away with no kills, but sadly I think that would be the last time. Our cards are running low, so it's only a matter of time. After dealing with the last world, we come face to face with Riku's first human boss battle. Someone who we actually haven't met before. He used the power of Earth, and I have no idea how to say his name, but either way, during this fight, so this dude who uses the rocks, I think his name is Rixxalight? I don't really know, he's not really like a big, important part of the game, he's just there at this point. He powers up quite exponentially. Like, you start off, he goes a little bit earthy, then he gets more powerful and stronger and stronger and stronger. Very cool mechanic, like constantly buffing his power up. Probably would be one of the strongest, but he's slow to get going, if that makes sense. He doesn't start off as a glass cannon, but he gets more and more like a glass cannon as time goes on. It's just getting hard to hit him. That was the issue. But either way, though, we can add like a little side note of we've killed 259 Heartless at this point, and Laxius, whatever his name is the first one to die. And right now, right before you, I shall play his death scene, seeing it is important.
You're finished!
Don't mock me! You were too much trouble. Too slow. You are the superiors. Forgive me, Zexion. This was a fight I should not have started.
Right, this is where we get down to the nitty-gritty so far, because now we've gone literally through all the worlds in the game thus far, and this is like literally the final section of the level. So the next actual battle, or the next world we visit, is Destiny Islands. Now here's what I was inclined to do. I could have done it by the game mechanic, game lore, and chose to go through every room like I've normally been doing. However, if you go back to the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1, all that we see is Riku goes back to the island, Sora goes back to the island, big dark ball in the sky trying to engulf the world, and Riku is just standing there next to some palm trees. So we know for a fact that when we do this world, Riku didn't revisit this world because it was fell to darkness when Sora got sucked away. Riku fell to darkness himself because he gave himself in. I don't know why he gave himself in, but he did. Riku didn't actually fight any Heartless on this island, and thus we are playing as Riku's memories. So I am very inclined, and I have passed this on, to say we did not kill any Heartless in this world, just because of that fact alone. And I've also stated at the very beginning of these kill counts when I did Birth by Sleep, like a year ago. Was it a year ago? It must have been, because we did Kingdom Hearts 1 last year. I can't remember. Can't remember what we did. Yeah, it was last year in January, right? Yeah, because we did Kingdom Hearts 1 last year. Around this time. And then around New Year's we did Birth by Sleep, we did Chain of Memories, and we're doing Chain of Memories again. Anyway. So, in this world we got killed. Riku got no bloody kills whatsoever. And as I said back then, I said that we're only going to do the base minimum of count of attacks. So if you go into a room as like there's one Heartless and it respawns, that's it. That's the one Heartless. We're not killing no more. So if I say that Riku didn't kill any in this one in the original storyline, he didn't kill any in this game either, because it's only like going through memories, and he didn't kill any Heartless. There was just a load of Heartless on that, but he didn't fight any. Just never had a weapon or anything like that. But anyway, this is literally coming end to the story. So during the end of the Destiny Islands of the fight, the memory of Sora came to deal with Riku, who is now cruel with darkness. Riku, that is. This Sora wasn't real in the storylines, but this is what was needed to help Riku become stronger with the darkness and to actually fight the new controller of Castle Oblivion. That controller being Zexion. We fight him, and after this one fight, a grueling battle because it was very hard, a cutscene plays where Zexion actually didn't die during the fight, but managed to escape before he could die. At this point, we know the story is set after Sora, and we know that the first replica died, so a second one is here to take his place. Or I think this new Riku actually kills Zexion. So, after this little tidbit, you're going to watch that happen.
What is he? No one's ever worn the darkness the way that he does. It's impossible. Oh yes, the replica, of course. We can use this Riku to defeat the real one. Axel?
Wouldn't you like to be real? All you need is the kind of power that the real Riku doesn't have. If you can get that, you can be a new person, not Riku, nor anybody else. You won't just be a copy of someone, you will be unique, your own self.
Axel! What are you saying to him?
You know, he's as good a place to start as any.
You can't do this!
So sorry, Zexion. You just found out way too much.
Back inside the true floors of Castle Oblivion, Riku is still struggling to fight off Ansem inside his head. But even if Riku succumbs to the darkness, it won't be a kill. That will be explained in Kingdom Hearts 2. Anyway, Mickey meets up with Riku with us inside the castle, giving us a card to open up memories we haven't seen before. I'm not sure Riku has ever been to this world, so any Heartless we are forced to encounter in this room, that being Twilight Town, will be added to the list. Why did I say forced? Never mind. While in this new world, a new character has showed himself, showing us that this world is being manipulated by some greater power. While in this world, we do run into the new fake Riku, now powered up to the max thanks to Zexion, who sadly passed away. And thus, we do go toe-to-toe with him. While being inside this room, we go through 2 floors. Room 1, we killed nobody. In room 2, we killed 2. After the first 2 rooms we have been traversed and behind us, we have the hard fight with Riku. The same area my mental state was lost with Zexion. So for Sora, when I played with Sora fighting Zexion in like the mansion outside the mansion gates, very, very fucking hard fight. But either way, we go toe-to-toe with this fake Riku again, all powered up to the max with the darkness, where we are overpowering the fake Riku, and we overcome him and we kick his ass. So we will be adding his death right here.
So, it's over. Death doesn't frighten me. Good riddance to a phony life. My heart was never real. I'm sure even what I'm feeling now is probably all fake. What are you feeling? What happens when a fake dies? One like me. Where will my heart go? Does it disappear? It'll go somewhere. Maybe to the same place as mine. A faithful replica until the very end. That's okay.
After never mind. Right. After the fight with the fake Riku, we are traveling back through Traverse Town again. Not Traverse Town, Twilight Town. Why did I put TT? Either way. So in the third room, we killed another 13 Heartless. We skipped out room 4. In room 5, we killed 13. In room 6, we killed a lot of Heartless. This was mainly just try and get a door to open. In this one room, the most we've ever killed in a room, a whopping 85 Heartless. 85, so many. Anyway, after the hardness of having to farm for map cards to get through a door, we run into Nominate, who at this point is keeping Sora company during his 1 year of sleep. Because of that nice grueling battle in room 6, literally clearing the entire fucking thing out to get cards, I can skip out rooms 7, 8, 9, and 10, because I already had the codes to go through, which was quite nice. Anyway, after finishing this last, we'll meet up with King Mickey and Diz, the guy who came to talk to us about something. I can't remember what I said, even though it was like 10 minutes ago. Either way, where they give us an Organization 13 coat and some backstory to why we wear it. That being said, the reason why King Mickey and Riku have the cloak and why the Organization 13, if you are a nobody and you have no way to travel around the dark, you could easily succumb to the darkness and become something worse. These black coats are used to fight off the darkness to keep your body alive. Designed by Ansem, or Xemnas. We haven't spoken of Xemnas yet, but he has been mentioned a few times inside the game. However, with him being there, we can safely say that Mickey and Riku got hold of 2 of these coats so they could keep the darkness at bay and actually not succumb to the darkness. Along with the coat, one I proudly own myself, I might add, Diz gives us one last world card where we get to finish this game once and for all. And I can tell you now, the kill count may skyrocket in this last section. So, this last world that we visit is Castle Oblivion itself. And after the first room, we killed none, so not skyrocketing just yet. Room 2, nothing, still not skyrocketed. In the third room, we killed 40 Heartless, the third biggest number on our count list. And that will do for the kill count. I said it was going to skyrocket, it didn't, it only went up by 40. Now, here's the issue. Because we do fight. So this is the end of the game, and the last battle. Scrap everything what you was about to hear, because I've had to change a few things during this kill counting thing. So during the count itself, I messed up a few things and not counted up correctly. But I might have botched something here, so I'm just going to take a rough guess at this point. At this point in time, we have recorded currently 410 different kills, 3 of those being Riku, Loxius, and Zexion. But what I didn't originally do is I wasn't going to add Ansem to this kill count, just because he is a darkness that is inside Riku. However, playing the game and rewatching the final cutscene, I've realized that Riku was battling Ansem within himself. Like, for some reason, Ansem was able to expel himself from Riku's body and was able to manifest. And the fight pursues with Riku and Ansem. And Riku wins the battle, shockingly enough. And after that battle, a cutscene is played. That cutscene is getting played right now to add Ansem as 411.
Insolent brat!
Handsome! This is the end.
This is hardly the end. Your darkness, I gave it all to you. My dark shadow lingers. Someday, I will return!
Sora. Kairi.
Gosh, Riku, I know you wanted to do this alone, but you don't mind getting a little help, do ya?
And that marks the end of this kill count for the year. We will be coming back again. Well, let's actually just tally up some things, shall we, before we actually move on to things. So, all in all, in total, there was a whopping 411 kills in this game. 417 of those were Heartless. Well, technically 418 of them was Heartless, including Ansem. 2 of them was Nobodies, and 1 was a replica of Riku. And we shall do a little bit of tally here where it'll be split between human and, or what we did for the last video, for the last game, whatever it is, like 417 and then the 4 humans. And that's the grand total, 411 for Chain of Memories for the Riku side. That is just for the Riku side. Sora's was also came out earlier this year. The next one we're going to be doing is a quick recap, the recapped version that was on the Xbox and the PS4 re-releases for 350x/2 days. Shouldn't take us long to do that one. I might be able to do that within like a few weeks because it's basically just looking at all the scripture, looking at all the cutscenes and stuff, and figuring out from there. Takes a lot of in-depth work, but it'll probably be done very, very shortly, which is all good. But as for now, though, that is all there is going to be for today, and that is all for this kill count. Like I said, next kill count is roughly around New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Join us again later. Hopefully it comes out on time for the final episode of Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Very surprising what happens in the game, and I'll see you then. But as for now, Mr. Rixxalight signing out.